Hello guys, and welcome to another map first impressions video. Today we're going to take a look at Bout Monde, or at least that's my awful American impersonation of a French name. We are going to go ahead and jump on into the map. Something of important note on this map is that this map includes alfalfa, which you can feed your cattle. Hopefully we'll figure out how to make the alfalfa pellets. When I was in here looking at the map earlier, I was having a little bit of difficulty in understanding what to do. So let's go ahead and look at the log, which I forgot to pull up while the map was loading. And as you can see, the log is clean. Okay, let's go ahead and take a look at the map itself. So it's a small map overall. And something to note are these fields here with the kind of the crossed out symbol. These fields are off the border of the map, so you will not be able to get to those. The border is probably, something like where I'm drawing the mouse at this point. So as you can see, this map has our standard crops plus oat, rye, and this is alfalfa. If you run this through Google Translate, it will say that that is alfalfa. So let's take a look and see what fields we own. So we own fields 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 14, 15, 18, 28, and 29. So we have a fair number of fields. And specifically, we will see that field 4, which we own, is alfalfa. So we'll go take a look at that particular plant texture here in a bit. Howdy chat. So as you can see, we have one main cell point on this map. In addition, we have a cell point for wood chips and wool and hay, straw, and grass. You can see that all of our equipment is owned and it is all fairly new, so we will have low operating hours or operating maintenance. Let's go ahead and take out a loan here. And as you can see, we have all three animal types on this map. We start with no animals and nothing in the various feed areas. And specific to the cattle, you'll see that alfalfa here can be fed as grass equivalent, and alfalfa pellets can be fed as PowerFood. Now I have yet to figure out how to make alfalfa pellets in my looking around at this map, but hopefully maybe someone has already tried to do that and has figured it out and can help us out. And our silo has a capacity of 100,000 liters. Alright, so let's take a look at our starting equipment. So we start with two tractors that range in horsepower from 114 to 145. We have the front loader arms and a bucket. We have a skid steer with pallet fork. We have our Case IH 1660 harvester with grain header. We have an assortment of tippers. We have our cultivator and plow, the standard base small seeder, the side sling mower. We have a tedder and windrow and round baler. And then we have our water trailer and the Black Sheep power wash station as our owned equipment. Nothing is leased. At least nothing up until this point. We will go ahead and lease up our gator so that we can drive around in the map. And let's take a look for the store. I happen to know that the store is right here. There is no icon, but it is number 5. Just out of happenstance, I happen to have jumped to the gas station there and discovered the store, so I'm assuming that that is French for the vehicle shop. So we're going to go ahead and reset this and figure out where it goes. So it resets way over here, which is dot number 4, which is our ETA, which I think means BGA. We will have to find out in a little bit. But in the meantime, we will go ahead and explore the farm here, at least our starting point. So if we go ahead and look on in here, we have some seed and fertilizer pallets, and we have our skid steer. We have our small seeder in here with a seed refill point also. A nice Renault sign since we are in French. So chat is telling me that number 5 means sell pallets and planks. So over here we have our vehicle wash station. So that field is the alfalfa field. And in the mod hub, in the pictures, it shows you using a forage harvester to harvest this. It would be nice if you could bale it, because in real life you can bale alfalfa. I should know, that's what I did for several years as a high school and college student. And if you've never had the luxury of handling an alfalfa bale, consider yourself lucky, because that is one of the scratchiest, itchiest things on the planet. So we've got our plow and our cultivator over here. This is our cow area, by the way. So we have a milk fill point here with very, very bright lights. We've got some high output fluorescent lights on this field, on this map. So this is where we can deliver or buy our cows, which to me seems a bit of an odd place to put it, because the only way you're going to get into here is to kind of come through here, or come through the way that I had just come through. I believe that this steam pile is representing where the manure will spawn. And then you have your slurry point over here. Okay. So if we had come in through this door, this is where we can feed and do our straw. And then if we go around back here, we come on down here, we will find that we have a water trough right here. And then we have a gate that will take us down to a water point where we could get free water. Just have to meander down. I think I'm going the wrong way. Yeah, I'm going the wrong way. That little dot, green dot, yellow dot on the PDA represents the a water point. Just got to figure out how to get down to it. And then this spot has a trigger associated with it, so this is also a spot where we can put grass. As is that location. Not really sure what goes here, if that's water or not. This is where we go to get our water. I knew it was down across the bridge somewhere. Doesn't look like it's a very gentle bank, but it's field 31. We have 1 hectare, $88,000. Alright, let's get back up to the farm. I'm gonna have to turn these lights off. These things are seriously blinding. If we could read French, I believe this is some credits and some thanks for the map. We have a water fill point and one of our tractors and some other equipment. And that's basically this area. This little farm is simply just our cattle area. So we will just go ahead and jump on over here to our gator. This is the reset point. Appears it is a secondary farmyard. Because we do have a tractor and a tipper stored over here. This is a storage point for liquid fertilizer, and there was one of these also at the other farm. It was in behind a shed. I don't know if I had shown that to you all or not. It looks like you either put in liquid fertilizer here or you get out liquid fertilizer here, because there's another pipe tap right there. So we have nice road signs. If we could read French, we would know what those were. I did do a video a while back on how to translate and replace lots of the textures on a map with respect to converting it from one language to the next. So if you are not French speaking, that may be an interesting video to check out in order to translate some of these signs to make it a bit easier. So we're going to go across the street here and check out and see what that other bit of equipment that we have identified. All right. So we've just got storage here. Same set of buildings as we had at the other farm. And this appears to be our silo. So if you haven't seen this particular silo system before, you need to use the F1 menu to activate. So you have to turn the silo on. Okay. And then once you turn the silo on, you can open the door. So you'll be able to tip in at that point. You'll notice the bar here, the pipe will rotate out of the way if you turn the silo off. If you turn it on, it will rotate back out. So that's pretty much how you will fill your tipper, is you'll need to rotate that out and then activate the silo. So one of our harvesters are stored over here, as is a seed fill point. Alright, let's develop a plan of action here. Let's head down south and check out the what I assume is a sell point that's down there. Overall, I like the aesthetics of this map. It's a very attractive map as far as looking at things. The fields are not too terrible big, so it looks like this would be a really good map for small equipment overall. Looks like we're coming into a biogas maybe. Got a nice cow painted on the wall there. So we are going over a scale. So this is our BGA facility. So we have a bunker there, a bunker there. We have a silo king that's recessed. Now you'll need to try to see if you can bring a tipper in here and tip into the bunker or the BGA silo king. If you can't do that, you can modify the XML file to basically allow it. Otherwise, you'll just have to use a bucket on a telehandler or front loader. So this appears to maybe be a sell point for manure. And then over here we have our digestate tank that's kind of recessed. We've got an elevated platform around it. We have a really nice waterfall. Go ahead and check that out. While we're over here. We can't go any further. I was going to see if we could get in behind the waterfall. So there's our BGA. And I'm willing to suspect that all of that up there on the hill, on the rise, is beyond the map's border. So I really like when maps kind of have a what I call a seamless border, where the map author has basically continued to build out his map well beyond the border, so that as you are experiencing your gameplay, you just keep on seeing the map go well beyond where you can basically take your equipment. So let's make our way on in here. I believe this is 3, which I believe is the pig farm. That is correct. So we'll just station our gator down here and take the tour on foot. Alright, we've seen this particular pallet at other places, and I just wanted to see if that had a trigger, but it doesn't. So it's not like it's a likely water fill point or anything. Field 34 is 1.27 hectares at $300,000. That's a lot high. That's awful high. As a frame of reference, Goldcrest Valley is typically about $80,000 to $90,000 per hectare. So here, where 1 hectare is $250,000, land right here is pretty much premium. So we have another silo here that we can activate and store our crops for our pigs. Got a little bit of an issue there with the pipe coming through the door. And we have another storage for liquid fertilizer here. And it looks like we've got several pallets of pig food already prepared for us to feed our pigs. Alright, so this is where we're going to feed our pigs. Here we have our slurry point. And this is where we will buy our pigs. Alright, now this particular point I am at a loss for. Oh, that's water. That's what that is. Okay, it doesn't make any sense because there's no fill, but this is your water point, and the reason I believe that this is our water point is One, we've got our gutters going down to it, and two, we've got this pipe that if we follow along, we'll see it goes inside and it comes down to these little bowls, these little dishes. So that's your water point. So if you're playing this map and you're having a hard time figuring out where the water that your pigs are, that's where it is. And this appears to be the straw trigger. So here's your little pig zone. Not too terrible bad. One of the nicer pig zones in the map contest. Oops. I can't stand on that. We did a map video earlier where the pig zone was about a 5-foot square area. Now the map itself was kind of designed around having a pig area within a building, and they had given you just a very small area outside for the pigs to roam. Then I did another map video of another map submitted in the contest where the pig area was completely enclosed in a building that you could not get into. And I was a bit annoyed at that because I like to see my little pigs. So there's another field of alfalfa. No, that's not alfalfa. What is that? Field 32 is yes, it is. So there's another large field of alfalfa over there. I really like fields that have things in the middle, like this field has in the middle rocks and trees. So it just adds to the level of realism for me. Because we know fields are definitely not perfectly square everywhere. And we also know, oh, look at that. Now that is nice. That would have to be completely annoying. So we got the road that's split around this house, or this structure. That would have to be completely annoying to be in that building and know that vehicles were going on either side of you. Alright. So let's make our way around these little windy roads. Let's see if I can drive this way for a little bit. I'm not holding much hope, but it'll hopefully let us see a bit more of the map. So we've got some BGA bunkers. I don't know if I noticed those. Let's go on in here. So this appears to be where we can buy our animals. Indeed it is. And this is a sell point for hay, straw, and grass. And it's convenient that we can buy other animal products here. That's really great. So I want to see what this area up here is. I think this may be a placeable area. It's just a flat area. It's kind of walled in. So I think this is an area where you can just put whatever you want. So we haven't seen that on too many maps that we've looked at that relate to the map contest. There's some more Equipment storage. So field 11, there's another field that's got something in the middle. It's got a big old depression there. Might even have some water down in there and some trees. Alright, let's go over here. And we're coming around to one of our animal areas. So this is the equipment shop. Where we can buy our equipment and sell and repair our equipment. Not really sure what that marker is for. Or what these markers are for. I don't see anything. Not really sure. Almost have to put the map into the editor to see what that might be for. So I believe this is our sheep farm. Pretty rough road getting back into here. So we have yet another silo system here. Looks like we have another bunker. Yes, we do. And this should be where we buy our sheep. All right. So this will be where our wool pallets will spawn. Nice that it's inside. Keep everything nice and dry. We have our food trough there, grass trough. And I'm assuming that our water trough is... Is that? I hear our sheep, but I don't see them yet. Oh, there they are. So there's a trigger here. I don't know if this is water. This may be a water zone. Pretty much we'll have to just try and figure it out. But the sheep have some very tall grass. They have a lot of grazing to do to get this knocked down to where we'll be able to see our sheep over the grass. But they have a very nice area to roam in. That's for sure. Alright. Let's go this way. It might be a smoother road. It's definitely shorter. It's like you can get your water from there for your sheep. Looks like we have an egg sell point over here. A little old farmer's market set up. Some static characters. Looks like we got some carrots and some cucumbers and some tomatoes set up for sale. Whoa, watch it, guy. Alright, our milk sell point should be around here somewhere. This is... Well, look at that tree. That's doing an interesting dance. Alright, let's try to figure this out. We go this way, but then do we go this way? Wow, that is a... I don't know what kind of tractor you're going to bring in through here with a trailer to get to that. That's tight. I'm going to have to figure this out on foot. So here's where we sell our wool. Still haven't found the... Oh, here it is. So here's where we go to sell our milk. But that is one windy road to get back in there. You're not going to be bringing in a giant 30,000 liter tank of milk to sell there, that's for sure. Let's get spun back around and try to... So our milk sell point is there. So let's zoom in and let's it's tight even for this little dude. So you're gonna have to come through here. Come through here. And is that the right way? Right. I'm lost already. I am lost in here. All right. So says we can't go that way. So we kind of have to go this way. If we keep going straight, that takes us back around to the shop. So I guess we go this way. Yeah, this is the way we need to go. So that's a lot of windy roads. I don't see how you're going to do that with a big trailer, that's for sure. So let's keep on getting around here. So this is where the pellets can be made, but I've yet to figure out how to make them. nice grass field that we own over here. Alright, so this isn't where we do our pellets. We do our pellets over there where number 6 is. We're getting to it. We're getting over there to it. So here we have our lumber yard. Wood chips here. Appears that we have a pallet, a board pallet production facility here. Takes wood chips and logs and fuel. Well, wood chips are the fuel and logs. Looks like we have a log sell point here. And does this crane function? It probably does. Yep. So if you like to play the crane game, you can. And that mystery trigger, I guess, over at the shop is for our board pallets, based on what Ronnie had put in chat. Alright, let's make our way back around to the alfalfa plant. And then that will basically be this map. So 1, which is just up there ahead of us, right there ahead of us, that is the that's where we started at. That's our cow area. So we're going to go this way, and this will lead us up to the alfalfa sell point, our alfalfa pellet processing facility. Very windy road. I like the dip in that road. It's very, very nice as far as realism is concerned. So this is the alfalfa pellet processing. That's pretty much what I get out of these signs. Okay, and as best I can tell, this is where you tip your products. This particular sell point, which is right here, basically takes all of our grains as well as the alfalfa product, but there are 2 tip points. So I'm assuming that you, if it doesn't work for one side, you'll just have to tip into the other side. I tried to put this map up into the editor, and the editor opened, but it never actually showed the map. So I couldn't actually verify these zones. So we've got a Compost Master on the map. If you haven't seen a Compost Master before, you put all kinds of biomaterial in here: beets, potatoes, grass, hay, straw, wood chips, or silage. You put fuel in over here, and you get compost out over here. Now 6 on the PDA says that this is where you make alfalfa pellets. Well, this is basically as best I can figure out where they would come, but this looks like a liquid tank, especially since it says H2O on it. There's no real, there's a fill point, there's a trigger here, but it's not like it's a fill point that you would put a tipper under. There's no fill point triggers anywhere that you can find around here, so I'm not sure where you get your pellets at or how you feed your cows PowerFood pellets, because I have not seen a single place here that is a fill trigger. You know, you'd think maybe one of these pipes, but there's no fill trigger there. So I'm not really sure what's going on. Like I said, I couldn't pull the map up in the editor. It just didn't come up for me. So that, guys, is the map. I'm going to go this way just for fun. Looks like that's the edge of the map. That's kind of what I thought it was. So we're going to reset here. I'm going to stop the stream. We are going to Howdy AK the Savage. We're going to stop the stream. I'm going to set up for another map, and I'll be back with you in just a few minutes. So keep yourself occupied in chat while we're gone.